What's up? First of all, welcome to the Robot channel. I'm Robot and you're watching me play the shit out of games because I love it. If you like the content, don't forget to drop that like and please subscribe if you haven't. Without further ado, let's drop straight into the video. I had this long video I was going to do a review for The Mummy Returns on PS2, but I changed my mind. I changed my mind because of the boss fight. If you aren't in the loop with this, you should go watch the movie, and I doubt you care about teasers with a 23-some-odd-year-old game. This boss fight challenged me. It made me think. It tried me, and when I won and beat this game, it felt like a medal. I'm here to tell you why. I like sharing my experiences on the channel, and if you're watching this, you're probably like me, and you choose to play games or watch games because typically this form of media is more involved than most forms. Because you have a different character inserted on top of these characters. That character is you. So it's not just Brendan Fraser as Rick O'Connell fighting Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as the Scorpion King. It's me as Brendan Fraser as Rick O'Connell fighting Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Scorpion King. Why I say this is the range of emotions I felt during this fight. There were persistent failures over the course of this fight. I had thoughts about quitting. I had come all this way during a review just to possibly give up. I watched walkthroughs. I questioned whether the pattern I was using on him was working like it had worked for everyone else. I contemplated failure essentially. I got angry. I thought about breaking the controller. I thought about quitting games. I asked myself why I do what I do. And as humans, I know sometimes we just do what we do, like as habits, and sometimes even with other parts of our lives. When we have enough, we just have enough. I used the challenge of Dwayne as a question for me. It made me question why I do what I do. It made my heart race, the way the controls being so old and the game being not that great over time, just not translating. Because with modern games, you have that mostly immediate feedback, unless it's simulators or, some current games have delayed feedback. I have no idea why that's so in right now. Over the course of this boss battle, I had a moment of discovery. I can't say this is what people get from anything else because I know games are made difficult these days, and somehow there's this translation. If you look at some games that are games of the year quality, the translation is difficulty equals fun, which is stupid. I've never taken to it, and I don't think people who really enjoy what they're doing like the trial and tribulation during entertainment. So you have an equalizer, farming XP in the woods, knowing the game inside out so you can use your knowledge to defeat the game, or just better gear. At this point that I'm in this game, there's no more saves coming. There's no better gear, the controls don't change, there's no leveling system. It's just you and the game. Either you're on or you aren't. Maybe you learn to be on. Maybe you practice and it gets easy. Maybe you have a one-off. One time you sync with his pattern and you beat him once and for all. I had a little attachment to this because of my nostalgia with the franchise. Growing up with it, I picked up this game and immediately put it down because it wasn't my vibe, but now by picking this fight, I'm putting something away in my mind. The game rests differently on the shelf. It's complete, like the ending to a good book. I was pushed, I got angry, I anticipated moves, I got frustrated. I had what I thought was a eureka moment. I also had what I think were some lucky moments. The health packs seemed to have dropped at random. A game has a certain power when it can take you to your limits and make you think you're wrong. I'm most certainly looking into something much deeper than this game, and it made me see through the game. It was about the ending, but then again, it wasn't. This had gotten personal. By the Scorpion King being this difficult, I had been pushed again. In a sense, he had scoffed at me, insulted my skill, my passion. In a sense, told me, who are you to pick up this old game from when you were a kid that you found out about on an old DVD and think you'd get away with just playing it through, one and done, when all the levels were fairly mid? You don't realize it's that serious till it's the middle of the night and you're still going. In that instance, if anyone asked, you'd say, it's not that serious. It would be a bold-faced lie. I went round for round with him, and eventually, it happened. It had only happened once before out of all my attempts. I felt the victory getting closer. A tingle in your spine, blood pumping through your veins as you're close to the kill. He was hitting his patterns, and I was hitting mine. But I was messing up. It was a close fight, and he was clawing at me. I hated this digital asset. Then it happened. One of these attempts, I'd started saying in my head, if I go to sleep next time this TV is on, he's gonna get it. I'll try him until I get it, like around 168 in Call of Duty Zombies. It's possible in Black Ops 6, by the way. I'd settled with being in a fight with him forever until one of us dies every time. Maybe that sent me over the edge. Maybe I had a full-on autistic obsession with the fact I was going to win. Because he never changes, and I do. I could have had coffee, a good night's rest. I could change. He can't. I mean, he can, but he has more rules than I do, sort of. He really rules his world to the instant he goes to grab you and can't, and hits his shitty little animation. I gotta say, it felt pretty good putting him in his place. But if I had been a second later, he would have put me in mine. That's a thrill you can't get from a movie. Only a 20-something-year-old game. As I closed the case and put him back on the shelf, I knew I got him, until I had the nerve to play the other character. If you haven't yet and you stuck along for me throughout my journey, I would appreciate if you dropped a like. Drop a comment, tell me what you think. And please, if you haven't, I know most of my crowd hasn't done it, click that subscribe button. It means a lot to me. Small channel, support a small creator. Hopefully isn't small forever. See ya. Thanks. Love you. Bye.
Rick, you did it.
Evie, it's you.
Alex used the Book of the Dead. He stole it from Mila and brought me back to life. Using perfect ancient Egyptian, I might add. He'll make an excellent Benbridge scholar one day.
I thought... Shh. Can we go home now?